Straight up, how the A's taught in the phone don't stop. Watch the drum pop.
But he want to stop it. I know
What's
both y'all want to
happening?
stop
What
it.
it do? You know what I'm talking about? We back for another week, man. Welcome to Family Affairs Sports Talk. You see, I got my boys with me. Sorry about the conversation at the beginning of the video. You know, Deron wants to interject himself inappropriately. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it, man. You know, we had to sit around and wait 45 minutes for Dre to arrive at per usual. You know what I'm saying?
That's usual. That's usual.
So first thing we're gonna do, man, we're gonna go and jump into basketball. You know, these playoffs, these Western and Eastern Conference Finals games. Get y'all thoughts on it. I'm gonna try and keep my commentary to a minimum. You know what I'm talking about? Deron, you up first, sir.
Well, I think it's what we all said, right? Lakers, they doing their thing. Denver, they fighting back. They showing hard. They just can't overcome AD. And you know, that Boston and Heat series, that should be a bomb burner. You know, that's the series if you're a basketball fan to pay attention and look at. So I think we all. I don't know. I can't remember who picked. I know I picked Boston. I still got my money on Boston right now. But the Heat keep surprising me because I think I said Jimmy ain't a superstar, and you know he's trying to show he still ain't a superstar. I'm still say it. But he's a closer. He's a closer. You know, he's a Chris Paul. Like I said back then, he's a Chris Paul. He ain't gonna put up big numbers, but in the biggest times, I'm talking about Chris Paul right now. I'm not talking about overall. You're right. Overall, Chris Paul is a superstar, but I'm saying what Chris Paul is now, that's what Jimmy Butler is now. A really, really, really good player and can close out games.
All right, Dre.
Just to piggyback on what Deron said, it's what the Lakers series is. It's what was expected. You know, I knew the Joker couldn't handle AD, and AD was going to do his thing, and you know LeBron's going to continue to lead his troops and getting them to play hard and focus and stay locked in. So the Lakers series is going as expected, but seeing AD hit that buzzer shot, man. They slowly starting to remind me of them Showtime Lakers, man. With you know LeBron being Magic and AD being Kareem, man, and like all they missing is James Worthy. So I can really see a string of successful playoff runs for them Lakers.
I thought you was about to put a hot take out there. Multiple championships. I thought you were going to say multiple championships.
I'm worried about Golden State coming back, man. Golden State gonna come back healthy and with Andrew Wiggins and what they have the number 2 draft pick. But anyway, Miami and Boston is what I said. I said Miami.
Wait. Before you get on that, I want to ask you, Dre, where did you find them?
Here we go.
Them LeBron panties, you know what I'm saying? The skirt got on, looking all sexy, looking sexy for the view.
He always.
I didn't want to know where you got them. You know what I'm talking about?
He always.
What store you got about us? I mean, come on, man. And I got another question. I'm a poll now, Dre. I'm gonna let you finish, but I got a question I want to ask both of y'all. And Deron, you get to think about it while he talk. What y'all think about LeBron shying away in the fourth quarter, not showing up in the fourth quarter of that last game? He shied away from that last shot. Go ahead, Dre. Finish up.
But yeah, the Miami Heat Boston series, as so far as going as what I figured. I actually thought it would be back and forth going to 7 games. But Jimmy Buckets and those boys in Miami, they playing hard. They playing like the New York Knicks, Pat Riley ran teams for it's just gritty, hard, executing to perfection, never giving up. So I like that Miami Heat team, but when it gets to the finals, it's regardless if it's Boston or Miami, Lakers will do it in about 5, maybe 6, and that's just being a basketball fan wanting to see an extra game. But yeah, that's my take on it. As far as answering your question, I'm not gonna say he shied away from it. I did hear that the play was designed for him, but I don't know. Being an X's and O's person and loving the chess match, I don't know if Denver jumped it and took the look away that they was trying to get to LeBron, and that's the reason why LeBron didn't flash. But how Anthony Davis was moving, he was the second option. So I can't say that he shied away from the shot because I don't know if Denver just executed the plan defensively and took the option away because the guy that was guarding AD, broke down straight towards LeBron. So I don't know if Denver's game plan was to make sure LeBron don't slash to that goal and catch a lob or easy put up. So I'm not gonna say he shied away from it. That's LeBron James.
There we go.
He got his due, man. He's done what he's done for 17 years. There's no way you can attack that man for what he's done in game winning situations. He ain't never shied away from the moment. So I'm not gonna say don't even put him in the same sentence as James Harden. You can't even do that, man. The boy, he earned it. James learned how to
about James Harden.
You can't do that. Man. Slide away from the moment, man. Come on. That's I don't even know why you even asked that question.
I'll say this.
That's disrespectful. That's ludicrous. Go ahead, Derod.
Just as LeBron, as it's shown that when that last second shot, he said go to Kyrie. I think it's not his thing. He can do it. I don't think he shied away from it, but it's like Dennis Rodman said, he does not have a go-to move, and just especially at the end of the game when you can't just out-body everybody because they're not going to call on you can be as physical. He just doesn't have that go-to move to say, hey, it's the same reason in Cleveland. It's like, give it to Kyrie. Kyrie can create and get up a good shot. And I don't think LeBron is going to get up a great shot. And he's not a great jump shooter anyway. So it's just not part of his repertoire. Give him the ball on the other side of the court, let him drive his way through like he did that one time against Toronto. That's the only time I say that I was like, okay, he has something in his toolbox that he can use. All the other ones, the one that he hit against Orlando, he just one-handed 3-point shot. There was nothing that you could say that he has one that you could say he got separation, he got a good shot off, and he made a good shot. So I just don't think that's part of his toolbox. But everything else is.
Go ahead,
everything else is with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Everything else.
I know we got to compare him to the GOAT, right? But if you take Michael Jordan out the equation, did Magic have a bunch of buzzer beaters? No. His legendary game-winning shot was a sky hook, and afterwards, still seconds left on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Dr. J wasn't known for hitting a bunch of buzzer beaters. You know what I'm saying? You can't even think of one Dr. J buzzer beating shot in clutch time situation that is legendary. You know what I'm saying? So Michael Jordan, I know he's the GOAT, and he had some big moments and big situations. But for the most part, that should take away from his greatness.
No,
you
it
know
don't.
What I'm saying?
It
because Kobe didn't even do it a lot, to be honest with you.
But he was the kind of guy, he was the type of player that could, and you're right. It's the same thing, LeBron and Magic in that same box, that they're more facilitators, and that's what they do. That they can get a shot open for somebody. You didn't see LeBron make the right play and somebody miss, but that's more him. But just to say, hey, get the ball, score the ball, it is more the Michaels, the Kobe's. These guys are scorers. That's what they are about. And like I said, it's it's not in their toolbox. You know what I'm saying? You let Magic come down and set up the game winning shot, but you don't know what he gonna do for the winning shot.
Okay. So first of all, Dre, your hate for James Harden is unmatched. I mean, I at this point, I'm gonna tip my cap to you for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I clearly told Ron weeks ago, we not talking about people that's not in the playoff. And here you are. I asked you a question about your boyfriend, and you want to bring up James Harden. I don't understand. I never said nothing about Harden. I never said he was clutch. I never said he could compared LeBron to him in the fourth quarter. None of that. So I don't understand, what that had to do with it.
All right, come on.
Number two. No.
I know you got to
hold on.
I ain't mean to talk about your girl, dog. I ain't mean to bring up your girl, man.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing when you were talking. I sat back. So please, just let me finish. Number two, you sat up and said, LeBron ain't never shied away from, are you kidding me? His early years in Cleveland, he clearly didn't want to take the last shot. When he was in Miami against Dallas, 3 straight games, the boy shot away in the fourth quarter. That's why they called him, instead of calling him the chosen one, they called him the frozen one. Don't say no. Let me see. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I started saying something about your boyfriend.
It was his team after Dallas.
Can I finish making my statement? Okay. So it was 3 straight games, bro. Don't say he ain't never shied away from taking a shot or a big moment in the fourth quarter. Don't know. What are you talking about? Can I finish, please? So
I'm sorry, everybody. They
I guess he just 26 points in a row. Can I finish? In the playoffs to eliminate him?
Can I finish? We can move on. Okay. So my last point. The reason why I asked y'all that question is because I went back and I looked at that play. I looked at that play that they ran, that final play. And if you pay attention, LeBron James never moves. Like, he don't set a screen for nobody. He don't even try to go towards the basket or the 3-point line. He not even really looking at nobody else on the court. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like when you have AD who say, well, the play was really designed for LeBron. In what way did LeBron show that he even wanted the ball? You know what I'm saying? That he wanted the play to be for him. Nobody ran over to set a pick for him. He ain't set a pick for nobody else. So you say, well, maybe Denver sniffed it out. What was there to sniff out?
Because
the dude who ran to LeBron and was telling his teammate to get to pick up AD, his assumption, and this is just me, his assumption was when AD ran that way that LeBron was going to set a pick to try and free up AD. And so that's why he's telling his teammate, go to, pick him up. But LeBron never moved. LeBron never turned towards the dude. He ain't turning his back. He ain't do nothing to set a pick on that dude. That dude's assumption was that LeBron was going to set a pick. If he would have stayed with AD, AD never gets off the shot. You know what I'm saying? So when AD catches the ball, if you watch that play again, it's 2 people on LeBron and Jokic, who was basically trying to guard the inbound, has to turn around and run out to AD to try and contest the shot. So my point is, LeBron, who, and this is another thing, in that fourth quarter, he had 3 turnovers, was 0 for 3, and shot an air ball. So maybe in LeBron's mind, he's like, man, I ain't feeling it. I ain't got it right now. My shot ain't falling. I'm ice cold. I don't want it. I don't want let somebody else take it, but I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I asked the question. Because it seems to me that if he wanted the ball, if he wanted that shot, and you say, well, take Michael Jordan out, Kobe Bryant ain't gonna just stand there on the last play of the game and not even try to get the ball. You brought up James Harden. James Harden ain't gonna do that. Chris Paul ain't gonna do that. Carmelo ain't gonna do that. Kawhi Leonard ain't gonna do that. KD ain't gonna do that. Steph Curry ain't gonna do that. Go ahead, Drake.
If y'all go back to the previous series before the Rockets, Kyle Kuzma hits a buzzer beater on the exact play. And on the exact play, LeBron cuts to the basket and he takes two people who he's the decoy away, giving Kyle Kuzma the wide open shot. On this play, they ran the exact same thing, but under the basket. But the guy that's in front of LeBron doesn't bail. So if the guy cuts out to go towards AD, which his teammate thought he was, that's why his teammate who was guarding AD came down, because that man was supposed to pop out towards AD. It was a zone. So LeBron, if that man leaves, LeBron slashes to the goal. It's the same play that you watch with Kyle Kuzma hit the buzzer beater, but instead of Kuzma shooting it, it was AD. LeBron is the decoy, meaning since he gets the attention because he's LeBron, that's why those two players were too busy worried about him. He's going to create for him either himself or his teammates. You pick the poison. And most teams, it's LeBron James, they're going to try to take your best player out and pick your poison. Let Kyle Kuzma or Anthony Davis shoot a long three. In both situations, the Lakers hit the three and won the game. So you can say all you want to, but it's the respect factor that he knew he was the decoy. And if they respect the shooter, he's wide open under the basket. If they stay home, his teammates get wide open jumpers. It's a read option play.
Okay, but in one situation, as you said, he slashed to the basket.
He didn't do that. He didn't.
This play,
I'm watching it.
Moves.
I just watched it like 3 times. I'm looking at it right now.
LeBron. Follow LeBron, right?
No. Well, LeBron had his guys, AD guys, come over here. Well, yeah, I can't see me.
I'm talking about the first buzzer beater with Kyle Kuzma.
No. I'm just watching
this game when it's
Right. Yeah. Go look at the Kyle Kuzma play. It's the same thing, but instead of the side.
If LeBron, bro, off your own words, you said that LeBron slashed to the basket, and that's what opened up.
Okay.
The reason why is because the other guy, the guy that was in front of LeBron, moved. When the guy moved, LeBron slashed. This time, the guy didn't move.
Okay, so Boston, man, Boston played a good game. They bounced back against Miami. And so, I like that. Remember they had the whole thing in their locker room. They said it was a bunch of yelling going on, and you never know how that's gonna turn out. But them boys came back. They played better defense in game 3, and they got them a game now. It's just now a matter of if they can keep that momentum going, and they didn't have so many days off. I think the last time they played was on Saturday?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't play again until Wednesday. Like when you get a win, you get to feeling good about yourself after that win. You kind of want to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no 3-4 day layoff before you play your next game. So that's my one concern. I did like you, DeRon. I picked Boston to win this series. But it's getting harder and harder, to bet against Butler. Man.
Miami.
Yeah. Man. Butler, man, it's getting harder and harder to go against that boy, man.
Yeah,
for real.
Like one movie I said, they got alligator ball. They just don't die. And even when they was about to win, you was like, "Are these boys about to come back and take this game 3?" So they don't die. They just don't die. They keep fighting till the buzzer go off.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, man. So let's go on ahead and jump into the week that was in football. And
Yes, yes, yes.
I got a special group of people that gets put in the in the bum category. You know what I'm saying? After this past week, because I seen a bunch of bums, man, this past weekend. I seen some bums out there, man. So let's look at Bengals at the Browns. The Browns won that game 35-30. What y'all think about that?
Well, before we go there, I just like to, for the listeners to know that week one, we ain't just giving out weeks and letting y'all know, the results. We over here just yipping and yapping. But, after week one, I'll go ahead and take week one as a win. So y'all can just see the credibility that's been speaking over here. So I just want to put that out there. I think it was 12-4, 11-5, and 9-7. That's how the records went.
No. It's 9-6.
Oh, 9-6. I'm sorry. 9-6. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So 12 wins. I'd like to give Dre 11 wins and give my host over here 9 wins. So let's go ahead into week number 2.
Small, step back for a major comeback. It's all right. All right. So yeah, Bengals Browns. Y'all got any words?
I like to fight back. I did listen to they both of them chose the Browns. I thought the Bengals was gonna show up and they was getting beat pretty good. But for them to fight back, I'm gonna be, keeping my eye on them because I expect them to have a bad record but show out in good game. You know what I'm saying? They are doing something right over there, and that's good to see for a struggling franchise how much they struggle. But I did choose the Bengals last week as well.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I watched that game, man, and it was a very entertaining game. Burrow just made some small rookie mistakes, and I thought they could have pulled it out, but Browns finally bounced back. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a good game, but to me, I know that's going to be a dogfight in that division, man. I think with Baltimore Steelers, Bengals are up and coming, and the Browns finally showing some life. That's going to be a good division.
Yeah, I agree. I ain't really got much to add to that. So the next game we got is the Giants and the Bears.
Once again, I think this is the only game I chose. You know what I'm saying?
Look, bro, we gonna give everybody the talent. We don't need you to keep reminding everybody every little funky game that you got right, man.
I just told y'all I got the other one. I was the only one wrong. You know what I'm saying? We going back and looking what we did, what we talked about. It's important, right? That's why we talk about it.
The people ain't watching ain't finna keep a tally themselves. We'll let them know.
Well, I know. That's why I'm letting them know. So, yeah, Philly, man. Philly got problems, man. And
Philly?
Rams.
How about the Bears and the Giants?
I'm sorry. Bears and Giants. Well, I'm thinking about my division. Yeah, I wouldn't. The Giants are just bad. They just bad, man. And without Saquon, they're gonna be looking for a number 1 pick. I choose them and Denver. I can't, just off the top of my head, gonna be looking to get Trevor Lawrence.
Man, they got Drew Lock in Denver.
And just like how John Elway didn't send out his first round pick quarterback, he done multiple times. He will do it with Lock too.
I watched that game too, man, and right there they had a chance. The Giants had, Jones threw a bad pass in the end zone. They could have stole that win, that game, but I was shocked. Bears just played a little bit better. I thought the Giants had a little bit more talent and a little bit better squad, but that's what I guess that's that what's your boy that just left Dallas?
You're not finna blame. You're not finna pull a Deron.
Jason Garrett.
Blame Jason Garrett for loss. Right?
Calling that last play, I'm like, oh, that's the best play you can and game on the line. But anyway,
I look at this thing, man, that the Giants, if they don't lose Saquon in the first quarter, they still could have beat Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Giants ain't that great of a team, but they lost their best player in the first quarter of the game, and they still only lost by 4. You know what I'm saying? And this was on the road. I get it, ain't no fans or whatever, but I think me and Dre should get half credit for the Giants. They lost Saquon in the first quarter. Okay, so we got the Packers. We got the Packers in the line, which I got right when I said the Packers was gonna win going away. Go ahead to run.
Yeah, I think we all picked
I got
Packers,
that right
you know
too.
what I'm saying?
I got that right too.
But me and Dre did say it was gonna be a close game, and the Packers did pull away at the very end. The Packers, they look like they're gonna be a high scoring team, and you're gonna have to keep up with them.
Dre?
Yeah, I heard the same thing. Shoot. Next.
Okay, yeah. And all I'm gonna add is that the Lions have now lost, I think they said 11 games straight.
Man.
And it's been 4 games in a row that they didn't gave up a lead where they was leading in the game and end up losing. But this is the team that we're underestimating and that they better than what we think they are, according to somebody. Next is the Titans and the Jaguars. Really good game.
Yeah,
let me just say it's time. Hold on, before we go, that Lions, it's time to let go that head coach. It's time.
Why not get rid of the quarterback who done been there for a decade and ain't never done nothing? No, let's keep the losing quarterback. All right, come on, man. The Jaguars Titans.
Man, it's something about that quarterback with the Jags, man. I underestimated. I just thought, I was happy that they didn't go after Jameis or Newton. I mean Cam or another quarterback, but that boy got that little it factor, man. He will his team. He a good leader. They playing for him. They came back from the Titans were sweating, man. The Titans were sweating, and I understand they was out without AJ Brown, so that really made them really one dimensional. But the Jags, man, I got to give them credit. That boy moving that ball, they putting points on the board, and that ain't a Jag. Jags ain't used to be that type of team. They used to be a defensive squad.
And you know what's cold about it? They was trading away people trying to tank and things like. They got rid of Fournette. They got rid of players on their defense. They like, man, we better try to tank and Gardner Minshew like, no, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know. I told y'all that. That boy like, man, I don't care. I'm gonna get a job somewhere. Y'all but trust me, somebody gonna pick me up.
Yeah. Another team that's gonna play hard and fight to the end and have close games all the way throughout the whole season.
Yeah. Let me add one thing. The owner for the Jags is like that woman owner for a major league movie.
Yeah.
Try to tell everybody for lose, and they still find a way to win the game. Probably up in the booth, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. To me, the biggest surprise of the weekend, the Colts just demolishing the Vikings the way that they did. That was crazy to me, man.
Well, I can't say it was crazy. I did pick that game as the only one who picked it, but you know what I'm saying? The Colts is, them losing Mac, that's one thing, but the rookie to come up and carry the ball 26 times and beat a bell horse, and he wasn't great, but he just do what the Colts want, bust on the field on offense, we'll play good solid defense, and that's the way we'll win. So yeah, it was a good win for that organization, I think.
Anything, Dre?
Phillip Rivers, man, you know, the first game of the season, he put up a lot of yards, but he threw some picks down in the clutch. And then, you know, of course, the Jags with Minshew, you know, pulled out a close win. I expected it to be close because Phillip Rivers, but I didn't expect that. You know, their defense has all, you know, been solid for the last couple of years, but I just thought Minnesota would slow down the Colts offense and make it, you know, a closer game, but I got to give it to them. They're going to be scary too.
Yeah. All right, so we got.
Well, before you say that, if there was a quarterback that's time to go, like you said, the last one, Kirk Cousins, he's the type of guy that
Kirk Cousins last year just beat Drew Brees and got to the second round of the playoff. I mean, at the end of the day, the dude is productive, and he at least can get his team to the playoffs and win a playoff game. Matthew Stafford ain't never won a playoff game, ain't been to the playoffs in the last 6 years. How long?
Switch him?
How many coaches? How many coaches you didn't went through? Yeah. How many coaches you didn't went through? I think since he been there, he didn't have about 3 head coaches.
He didn't have no Diggs in the backfield either.
Yeah, if you switch them on
Megatron,
teams,
he just had Megatron for like 6 years.
And
he had Reggie Bush. Like, don't act like this dude ain't had no talent, bro.
Reggie Bush. In the NFL.
Yes, Reggie.
Yeah, no, man.
All right, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm with you, Devon. If they switched it, Minnesota would have won the Super Bowl.
I won't say that, but they'll be much better.
Come on, man.
Way better.
Bills.
Let's go.
Let's
go, man. Let's go.
Bills, Dolphins.
Yeah, I think we all picked this, but I was surprised by the Dolphins scoring 28 points. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I think they lost Byron Jones. They had a couple injuries too. So, but the Bills, that boy Josh Allen, he's starting to take that little step to get better and better.
That boy, I'm telling you, Josh Allen gonna be nice.
Hey man, I do have to admit, he's showing me something this year, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude came into the league. Basically, people looked at him as a white boy running quarterback.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He had a big arm. He a big boy. He got a big arm, but he wasn't accurate. You know what I'm saying? And they just felt like, hey, they could try and do some read option or something with him. You know what I'm saying? This boy done got better every single year. And so far this year, man, that boy is throwing that rock, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the thing about it is, his security blanket is Diggs. He likes going to Diggs. And then when people focus on Diggs, he'll throw that long ball to that boy Brown. I'm surprised. I wasn't even looking at Diggs as a fantasy type player. Diggs is having a solid year. Not a great year, but he's having a solid year that I'm like, hey, Diggs can give you some points. So, that pickup was better than I thought. And it's looking like it's a worse of a loss for Minnesota than I thought it would be.
Well, I didn't think it was a bad pickup. I mean, Diggs is one of the better route runners in the NFL. Like, the boy can flat get open. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he got long speed. My thing was, I didn't know that the boy would be accurate enough to get the ball to Diggs where he don't start clowning because he was acting a fool in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so and Kirk Cousins is a 67, 68% completion percentage quarterback. I ain't feel like he was going to a more accurate quarterback in Buffalo. But man, that boy showing me something, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Rams and the Eagles, Rams dominated the game.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, just dominated.
I told you about the Rams, man. That's what I told you.
I didn't know why you didn't pick them. You didn't pick them this game. Just want to say, I don't know why.
Broncos and the Steelers. Boy, you something else. You just won't let it go, man. Broncos and the Steelers, man.
Pigs, baby. Yeah, it's
Steelers, you know.
yeah.
It was a good game.
When Locke got
It
hurt,
was a good game.
yeah, when Locke got hurt,
Yeah.
and they still showed something. They showed something, so that's good for them. But everybody knows the Steelers gonna win that game.
Yeah. All right, Bucks and the Panthers. Nice bounce back game for Tom Brady.
Yeah,
It wasn't a great game, but compared to how he looked the first week, it was a nice little bounce back game.
yeah. If they would have looked like they did in the first half, and then for somehow to let them boys keep steady, getting in the game, that's something troublesome for Tampa Bay.
I would say if Christian didn't get hurt, it might have been trouble.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey didn't get hurt. It
Yeah.
could have been trouble. Bridgewater still had a good game.
All right, we got Washington and Arizona.
Man, I can't even remember who picked that game. I'm pretty sure I could have put Washington because of that defense, but no, I couldn't have. But hey, Arizona looking good, man. Arizona looking good.
Yeah, they looking like NFC West leaders.
They tied for first place, and it's only 2 games. Relax.
Yeah. We all know Seattle gonna win that division.
Hey, but it's gonna be close. That's all I'm saying. We just know the Niners ain't gonna be in competition, but that's all.
No, they might be in competition.
Okay.
That's a good division, though. Good division.
Okay.
Good division.
The best division in football, hands down. Chiefs and the Chargers. That was a shocking game. I mean, the Chiefs won, but that was a shocking game to me, man.
Yeah.
The Chargers gave them boys everything they could handle. You know what I'm talking about? And really, to be honest with you, the Chargers have played them. Now, I know they division foes, and that's how it go. We all know that. Within your division, even the worst team gonna play the best team tough. You know what I'm saying? That's what Arizona is to us. You know what I'm talking about?
And Sammy Watkins, he's out for a while on that injury, right?
No, I think Sammy Watkins is back, bro. I think he helped. I ain't 100% sure, though,
I think he got hurt that game.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't nothing much to add. I mean, it was a good close game. Chiefs got it to overtime, so they was able to avoid losing that game, but they gave them everything they wanted. Probably the best game of the weekend, Patriots Seahawks.
Man, yeah, that was a good game, man. I just didn't understand why Cam didn't bounce outside, man. The corner came down crashing, and he took that C gap, but he sacrificed the whole outside. Cam could have just put a little.
It wasn't no safety out there, wasn't no linebacker out there. Only person who was halfway on the outside was a big space-eating tackle. If he would have just paid attention to it, he had his mind made up.
I don't think so.
I'm following the fullback. I'm following the fullback wherever he go, and that's why I'm running. He didn't read. Yeah, he didn't read it. He didn't read it at all.
The play is designed that way. If you watch when they ran against Miami, you watch the way they ran against Seattle. The play is designed to be an inside run. He has not once since they ran that play bounced it on the outside. That's the way the play is designed.
That's what we're saying. He didn't read it because if you read it, you'll see that you got the whole outside. You don't have to run that play just the way it is on paper. Like you have to, especially with the ball in your hands, you got to be able to adjust and realize that, okay, dang, he didn't took out my fullback. All these people here, you're not gonna dive in with a two-step run and start from the 4-yard line into the end zone.
Michael Vick dissected the play and he said, "Yeah, that's Cam's bread and butter since Auburn." But he said when that corner hits that, sacrifices that outside, and you see him crash down, Michael Vick say, "I'm popping it outside." You know what I'm saying? Like All he had to do was bounce it. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like, but
Football instinct.
I feel you, but I think if that's any other team, and you got Bill Belichick telling you this is where I set up this block and this is where I have it, this is how you run it. I just think that's the way you're gonna run it. I think that's the Patriots way, and it backfired on him. He could have did that, but there's not much room in that defense and that offense for you to improvise. I understand, but it's just the way that team is. We don't improvise over here.
I'm not blaming that on Bill Belichick. I understand that the play is designed a certain way, but there has to be
it's getting bad. Come on, man. I'm in the middle of a storm, man. A hurricane outside.
Okay. So the upset of the week is the Raiders that dominated the Saints tonight.
Man,
dominated the Saints. Like I watched that game. They ain't just beat the Saints, bro. They dominated the Saints, home. They went up and down the field all night on New Orleans, bro.
This running back, man. This boy is nice. This boy is the truth, man. He run hard. He quick. He fast. He's strong. This boy right here, man. I slept on him. You know what I'm saying? I know who it is, but I'm like, I really don't know who this dude is. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't even him. It's the tight end, bro.
Yeah.
And I said this when I seen him on Hard Knocks 2 years ago. I say, my Lord, please cut this boy. Please cut him. Please, y'all. Y'all don't need that nigga, man. Cut this nigga, man. I seen it, bro. That big boy Waller, when I tell you New Orleans couldn't do nothing with him, they couldn't do nothing. They doubled him. They put Jenkins on him. They put DeMario Davis on him. Bro, they put Marshawn Lattimore on him. He was giving everybody that work, bro. That boy there, man, he the next in line, bro. He next in line. All right, man, let's go hit it. So again, the easiest game to decide to the hardest.
Yep. We know first one.
Come on, Dre.
Yeah, Dre. I'll let me.
I know you want. I know you really want to be short.
Huh?
I know you really want us to hurry up through this one here.
No, hey, they showed a stat during the game that the first two games, this was the hardest first two games in NFL history since 1928. You know what I'm saying? No team had to face those first two games like that since 1920.
It was tough.
Come on.
It was tough.
And then we still got 2 more weeks of HE hockey sticks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still got 2 more hard games coming up. So, I'm glad that our weaknesses are being exposed. My right tackle, he's still a rookie in a sense, so he definitely got to, get up to speed quick because he's killing us. Receivers finally start showing something. They took Fuller completely out the game. I think they focused to make sure they keep Fuller out the game, and Cooks and Cobbs, they stepped up. Defensively, that Vernon Hargreaves is killing us on that right side. We need Conley to come back ASAP because staying in zone all day, teams are eating us up. We can't go man like we really want to, and that's killing us. So, and to be honest, as far as the defensive scheme is concerned, we're not giving up big plays, which Anthony Weaver wanted. He wanted to take away the big plays, so we're not giving up a lot of passing yards. But that run, they killing us on the run, But I see some, bright spots. I love the pass rush. We sack quarterbacks now these days. JJ is back, and then other guys are stepping up and putting pressure on the ball on the quarterback. So, we got some. We licking our wounds, but we're gonna be all right. I think we actually gonna win this week. We'll get to that later on this week. But yeah.
Go ahead, Deron. We're gonna get to that tonight. We're gonna go make our picks tonight.
All right.
Go ahead, Deron.
All I gotta say, man, is I this is on the GM, which is the head coach. I think it's just blaring how much you miss D Hop, and it just makes this team more explosive, and they just take it away. I think they score more than 16 points with D Hop, and I think they're gonna be looking at that all year. Like, how could we let that dude go?
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. The Texans is looking like the worst team in the AFC South, and it ain't even close.
Oh, hold up.
It ain't even close. They clearly look like the team in the AFC
we play
South.
best two teams in the AFC, man.
Okay,
Come
but
on, man.
you told me along with all of the talking heads on TV, which is why I started this channel, because I'm tired of listening to them bums. But you told me along with everybody else, here, top 5 quarterback. Listen to what this guy got to say. Listen to what that guy got to say. Ain't no top 5 quarterback. Ain't no top 5 quarterback. Ain't no top 5 quarterbacks consistently, one, getting blown the hell out, and two, not elevating a team to a point where you are at least competitive. These games are not even competitive. They're not competitive.
That's D Hop. D Hop.
It's not just D Hop. It's not just D Hop. Like I told y'all before the season started, or especially after the first game, they can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. They can't protect their franchise quarterback. Their receivers is not getting open consistently enough. The coaching is bad. Okay, I understand that y'all had 4 sacks against Lamar Jackson, but a couple of them sacks he ran himself into.
He was in the pocket. What are you talking about? They even played about none of those touches on the outside the pocket.
He was dancing around in the pocket and ran into a couple of sacks.
But Ravens and the Chiefs are the only two teams.
Hold on. Nobody interrupts you. Nobody interrupts you when you're talking, bro.
Hold on.
I'm saying nobody interrupts you when you're talking. Just let me finish. I'll turn it back over to you. So my point is that when you look at Jacksonville, you look at Tennessee, you look at Indy. Tell me that them 3 teams have not looked better than the Texans. You can't just sit up and say, "Oh, well, look who we played." Bro, it's just about what you're doing. Your team has not looked good over the first couple of weeks. Damn the competition. Put up a damn fight. Put up a fight. Make people say, you know what, the Texans lost, but hey, that was a good ass game. You know what I'm saying? Them boys showed up to play. It's just Kansas City's better. It's just Baltimore's better. But Houston is right there. Ain't nobody saying that. Like,
they're not with them, though.
Y'all probably one of the lowest scoring teams in the NFL right now. Over the first 2 games. Go ahead.
And until the Baltimore regular season game last year, and the Chiefs in the playoffs, and then these first,
hold on, let them talk.
And then the first 2 games this year, the Chiefs and Ravens are the only 2 teams that Deshaun Watson has lost more than a touchdown from. So I don't know where you get this. He's not been keeping the team competitive, because if it wasn't for the Chiefs and Ravens, every game we lost by a touchdown or less as him as quarterback. So I don't understand what you're talking about for as that is concerned. So
yeah, because if those other teams played those 2 teams, I think they'll be 0-2 too. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't about the record. It ain't about the record. I ain't said nothing about the record. I said that they are not even competitive, and y'all can't sit up and tell me.
Let's go to the next.
It's the 2 best teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? Basically, to me.
Yeah, but the Chargers didn't get blown out, and you gonna tell me that they quarterback better?
The Chargers,
Hoover. I don't claim Hoover.
Hey, what the Ravens do week 1?
What?
They blew out the Browns.
I'm talking about this past. I'm talking about just yesterday. The Chargers did not get blown out by the Chiefs. Y'all did.
Cleveland did.
They didn't get blown out with a rookie quarterback. A
Mark
rookie.
Cuban.
Cleveland
Come
did.
on. All right, come on.
Okay,
Come
so the
on.
next
Come on. We
game,
go
the
to
next game was San Fran and the Jets.
Yeah, I think we all picked this one. You know what I'm saying? It, San Fran got hurt by just all the injuries that they just had to take in this game. Guys lost for the year. So it's a bittersweet win for them, but they better not have lost to the Jets.
Yeah, and
Well,
it's it's my turn.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's they look like the weakest team in the NFC West. The Rams is really, really impressive, and the Seahawks are the Seahawks. So now with injuries, what I'm saying, they really, really gonna look bad, and I don't think they're gonna be able to overcome these losses. So even if Jimmy say he misses 2 to 3 weeks, Debo coming back. I'm assuming Debo coming back this week. I don't know when Debo come back, but then he got to get back on the same page. And last year, y'all remember when Patrick Mahomes had that high ankle injury? It took him half the season before he got back right. So, hey, to me, 49ers is done this year. They'll recap. Yeah, they look like the worst team in the NFC West. Because the Rams, Cardinals, and Seahawks look better.
Well, you know what? That you may be right. I mean, as I showed y'all earlier, we down 7 starters. You know what I'm talking about? Like we've been ravaged by injuries. But we will get some of our people back. Richard Sherman should be back by game 5. Debo gonna be back by the next game, not this game Sunday, but the next game, hopefully. You brought up Patrick Mahomes with his high ankle sprain. Well, number one, I think Patrick Mahomes only missed 1 game with that high ankle sprain. And the second thing, Patrick Mahomes is a more mobile type quarterback who needs to use his legs. You know what I'm saying? In what they do, he ain't necessarily like a runner like Lamar Jackson and them guys. But he's definitely more mobile and uses his legs more than Jimmy does. So I don't think that Jimmy gonna play this week, this Sunday, against the Giants. But I think when we go back home for that game, I believe he probably gonna play in that game. And like I said, we're gonna get some of these pieces back. The biggest blow for us is losing Bosa for the year. And as I told y'all, we can't replace him. The production and what he does for our defense, we can't replace it. But we went out and we brought in Ziggy Ansah to try and at least help to give us some type of pass rush pop. So we're just gonna see how that all plays out. You say it's over for us, we'll see. Last but not least, the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys, man? How about them?
Yeah, so I want to
since it's my squad, I mean, I want to go last on this one. I want to hear all this hate first, please. Please give it to me. I need it.
No. It don't work.
I need it.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
I need it, man.
Ray, if you want to go, you want to go first.
Okay. When I argue with my dad or my son, my nephews, even y'all, the key word is professional. Everything we do in our careers and our lives, we're professional. We're supposed to know the material or our career, our job titles better than anybody if you're a professional. I'm still lost on how the Falcons kickoff team don't know the rules allow that ball to go 10 yards before they want to touch it and jump on it when it was right there in front of them. I don't get that, man. I really, really don't get that. How do professionals that get paid millions of dollars do not understand that all of them played football since Little League. You know, if you're on the return team, you can go up before it goes 10
Yeah.
yards and jump on the ball.
Yeah, can I speak on that though?
Watch it roll in front of them and don't jump on it. You know what I'm saying? That just, it baffles me. It really, really do. I don't get it. I really don't. To me, I'm asking my special teams coach, what in the world y'all talking about in the locker room, and what did y'all discuss on the sideline before they came on the field? Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say to that because, I was part of the hands group and everything. And first of all, when he put that ball on the ground and didn't do nothing, that baffled everybody. Like, they even took a timeout. Like, what in the world is he about to do? When he kicked it, and usually when you do the kick and it don't go 10 yards, the first thing you do is don't touch the ball because you believe it's about to go out of bounds. They're gonna get the penalty because you don't want to touch it and then muffle it and everything. The kick that he did was so different. It was so nobody's being prepared for it because they were thinking two things. Number one, it was not gonna go to 10 yards. You can see how they looked at it. I even heard somebody say, don't touch it. Because we had done it many times, like we about to get in there. Somebody say, don't even touch it. It's about to go out of bounds. It's not even going to go to 10 yards. Now, as they watched it, and I'm watching them, and they see this thing slowly come closer and closer, the thing about you saying touching before the 10 yards, the last thing that you want to do, just like it's happened many times before, is that you try to grab it, and it's on the ground. I even heard somebody say, scoop it up. That's crazy, even think about scooping it up. But it's on the ground, and you muffle it while it's down there. I do believe as it's been shown, this totally new way of onside kick is being shown, and people are going to jump on it now. But at the moment, I can see why you don't do it because it was so brand new. And that ball looked like it was going to either stop before it got to the 10-yard line or it was going to go out of bounds. And that ball somehow, the way he spent it, came up and right in that corner. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame Atlanta for that. Especially if you didn't play football and you didn't been on the hands team. It's like, the last thing you want to do is muff that ball and touch it, and you just out there by yourself touching the ball and all the Dallas Cowboys around you.
I really want you to run. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you, Dre.
No, I'm gonna let
Dre
finish.
Give me your thoughts on the game. Don't pick out one part of the game and just talk on that. Come on, Dre.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Dre. Go ahead. Finish your whole thought.
The helicopter onside kick. It's not brand new, but it's not old. It's not very common, but on turf, it's been done before. What we was taught when they eliminate the front line going and blocking on the onside kick is front row, if it's on the ground, recover it. Second row catches everything on a bounce on hands team. So since you can no longer block and head hunt on special teams no more, you tell your front line, if the ball is rolling on the ground, land on it. If it's bouncing, you get out the way, don't touch it. That's the second row's job. Then they get in the way of the kickoff team to prevent them from getting to the ball. But to sit there and, football IQ is you see it rolling on the ground. It's not even going fast enough to get out of bounds, and you just pass it.
But what it don't even if you didn't feel like it was gonna go 10 yards though, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't feel like it go 10,
let's not harp on this. Let's not harp on this one part, man.
Right.
Give me your thoughts on the game.
My only other take on the game is pay that man, Dak, man. Pay that man.
Too late for that. Come on, Deron.
Hey man, I heard a lot of stuff, a lot of talk about, Atlanta lost his game, and in that onside kick, you can say right there, that they lost the game, but I don't think there's enough credit going around of what my team did to continue to fight, continue to go down and score, to continue to play in the game. It's not like that y'all acting like the score was, 9-6. My team on offensive side, came down. They scored when they need to, kept scoring when they need to. I told somebody this. I have to come to the grips with the fact that my quarterback is not a guy that's going to throw it down the field a lot. And if I accept that he's going to be a 10 yards, 10, he's just going to work himself down the field, and he only going to throw those big balls maybe 2 times a half. And maybe that's why I'm willing to give him let's say 15 yards. He can throw it past 15 yards 2 times and a half. But most of his passes are going to be yaks from 5-yard catches, 8-yard catches, dump off passes. Maybe that's why I'm not trying to give this dude $40 million, because I am seeing big plays out of Holmes, out of Watson, out of Lamar. You know what I'm saying? But that's what my quarterback is. He's real good at it, and he's gonna take what's safe. And maybe that's what my team need. So hey, man, my defense needs to show up. I like the fact. Well, I don't say I like the fact. I know why. No, that's it, man. That's it. My team fought, battled to the end, and it wasn't just give it to them. They earned it. They earned some of that. And hey, man, how about them Cowboys, bro?
Okay, so my first point of order is that Dallas did everything in their power to lose their game.
In the first quarter.
And Atlanta said, hold my beer. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all think y'all want to lose? Watch this. Hold my beer. I'm going to show you how to lose a game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't perfected the art of losing the game like we had. Like, Dallas couldn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Now, they got their offense going against probably the worst defense in football. I mean, at the end of the day, what you did to their defense is what you were supposed to do to their defense. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I felt Dallas would win in a shootout. Because your defense wasn't finna stop them. And their defense wasn't going to stop you, but I felt your defense was going to come up with stops when they needed them in the second half.
They did.
Okay. And your defense did that. But at the end of the day, your dumb bum of a coach, Mike McCarthy, who goes for 2 with 4 minutes left. Was it 4 minutes? It wasn't even 4 minutes. He goes for 2 and fails. So now he down 9. So it was a little bit under 4 minutes. You scored a touchdown to get you within 2. You down 2, right? So all you got to do is recover the onside kick.
Right.
That's it. If this was a situation where it bounced up, Julio went to catch it, hit him on the face mask, popped off, and the Cowboy recovered it, it happens, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, it ball bounces like that sometimes.
Right.
Or if somebody trying to get out the way, they trying to block somebody and it grazes them on their butt, on their back, and Dallas recover. But you got 5 players who not only not jump on the ball, but they escorted the ball with the Cowboys 10 yards. escorted them. Like they all shuffling their feet like it's a square dance or something. Like, what is you doing? So, Robert Quinn, what's his name? They head coach. He's a bum. He is a bum. Every player over there, including Julio, bum. Like that got to be the dumbest team I have ever seen with my own two eyes. Like you do not under no circumstances let that happen to you after you was up 20. You was up 19 at halftime. You were up 2 with 1 minute and 48 seconds left. And you allowed you bums, bro. Like that, like Atlanta is out of there. Like everybody in America, like I can't what's that black chick who's a Republican and be saying all types of crazy stuff. Candace Owens.
Yeah.
As a black community, we need to cancel Atlanta Falcons the same way we cancel her. Because that's just ridiculous. That don't make no damn sense. That's the dumbest thing I have ever seen on the football field. And I done seen some dumb stuff happen. That got to be the dumbest. Like going away.
Nah, I don't think it was the hold my beer thing. I think we did dig ourselves into a ditch and we climbed ourselves out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I did
Cowboy fan, and you want your team to get credit for a win that they didn't deserve. But you know what? And this is one thing you know about me. The football gods always set things right, man. They make things right. Ain't nowhere in hell y'all had no business winning that game. The Dallas Cowboys should be 0-2 like everybody else in that sorry, weak, pathetic division of yours. Everybody else should be 0-2. Washington got to win.
Washington got to win.
They the only one. Y'all should be 0-2 like Philly, like the Giants. No matter how many points or yards you put up, y'all should have lost. And y'all going to lose a game this year that y'all should have won. Y'all going to dominate it. And all of that type of stuff, y'all gonna lose the game. I guarantee it's gonna happen. All right, man, let's get on to these picks.
Man, I think picks should be next time, man.
What next time? We back on until next week, next Monday, next Tuesday.
All
right. First game, Dolphins at the Jags. Dolphins at the Jags. Thursday night.
Dolphins at the Jags?
Yeah.
Hey, we just talked about it, man. Minshew gonna play a good game, and Miami just ain't ready. Jags.
I'm going Jags too. Who you going, Dre?
I said Jags.
Okay. Washington at the Browns.
Ooh.
Man, until Washington gets a quarterback, they are always gonna be struggling. You know. I hate to say it about Haskins, but he just don't got it. And so the Browns going to win this one too. Ugly game, because that defense is going to give Cleveland problems. But Washington going to give a short field, you know, it's going to be like that.
I got not them, the Washington football team. I got Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
You better stay up with me, boy. You better stay up with me. Come on now. You better pick with me. And don't do it. You're gonna make this lead even worse, bro.
Don't stop doing that, bro. You don't even
I saw it on your face. I saw it on your face.
I don't know. Dre made some great points, and so I don't really know. I think I'm gonna go with the Browns to kind of keep the momentum that they got from the last game, but I do not feel confident about that pick at all.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Because that defense can't dominate a game. It can't dominate a game.
That's right.
You don't have faith in Haskins. I don't have faith in Baker.
Me neither. I feel the same way. I feel the same way now. I don't got faith in Baker like that, dog.
I don't either.
All right, next we got the Bengals and the Eagles. Bengals at the Eagles.
I think the Eagles finally get their win. Only because Burrow on the rookie, he's still a rookie. Gonna have his bumps in the road.
Yeah, it's the revenge factor, and if Philly lose, man, they that city gonna run them out of the city, man. So they got to win this game. They got to. So it's that got to win. So that's the way they win.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles too. Raiders at the Patriots.
Raiders impressed me tonight, man. So
who you got to run?
Oh yeah, this is the Patriots. The Patriots actually impressed me to show because I really thought Seattle was just a way better team. That they still show that we are, no matter what, going even against really good teams, we gonna be in that bad boy. So the Patriots they're gonna out coach whoever they play.
yeah, Patriots, but it's gonna be a close
one. I'm going Raiders. Raiders. Look here, man. The Raiders impressed the hell out of me.
They did.
And when I tell you again, they didn't just beat the Saints. It was
Patriots, but it's gonna be a close
one. I'm going Raiders. Raiders. Look here, man. The Raiders impressed the hell out of me.
They did.
And when I tell you again, they didn't just beat the Saints. It wasn't no fluky game. It wasn't, where they got a bounce here about them boys. They flat out dominated them. So, bro, I got to go with I'm going with the Raiders, man. Bears
that little chest move that Antoine just did, though. But we'll talk about that later. He's sucking us on that one. He laughing because he know he did.
Yeah, I'm
at the first. Oh, I got that. I was contemplating. I said, man, hold up. And before I could say something, he said, Ron, go ahead. He wanted you to say, he didn't want me to talk you out that pit. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. The Antoine dirty now. Go
Bears
ahead.
Bears at the Falcons. Let's not all speak at once. Y'all love to talk over each other the other time. Now nobody don't want to say nothing.
Vikings.
No, it's Bears. It's the Chicago Bears versus the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, Atlanta Falcons. Excuse me. I'm thinking Vikings. Excuse me. Falcons. Atlanta, ATL.
Go ahead. No, man, you can't go last every time, man.
Yes, I can. I'm the host.
Go ahead.
I'm the host, man.
I think they finna bounce back after being embarrassed like this. Quinn know everybody. His coaching seat is getting hot, so I got Falcons.
Go ahead, Ken. All
right, next we got the Rams at the Bills.
Wow. He's doing it like that. Goodness, all right. he really changed his record. Wow.
Yo, we got to start rotating. This is dirty, dog.
Yeah, this is crazy. That's crazy. I've been picking first. We've been picking first. You've been waiting last on all the picks.
Man, I'm the host. That's why I go last. Like that's I don't understand why y'all making this now it's a big problem. Like what's the issue, man? It don't matter who picks what. It's going by what you think, not what I think. So why does I'm the host. So why you gotta wait for me to pick? Huh?
Oh my God. That's crazy.
What's crazy is that we done about 5 shows, and now all of a sudden you refuse to pick before the host. Why? Because you want to hear my pick first?
He's stuck. He's stuck on it too. You know what I'm saying? He won't. He's stuck on it too. He gonna switch all the picks. He gonna switch all the picks. I guess we ain't picking no more. Everybody. I guess we just ain't picking no more picks. I'm sorry this had to happen like this, but
okay, so great. Rams at the Bills.
Rams at the what?
At the Bills.
Man, that's another good one. Whew.
That's a good. Where they play at?
Yeah.
At the Bill.
Oh, yeah, this at the Bill.
So they got a home crowd.
I think they letting some fans in Buffalo.
Game because they didn't have none at the Giants game, right?
Right, yeah, none in New York.
Yeah, but
None in New York, none in California.
That's different. That's different.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you're right.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Jets and the
Cowboys
Giants play the same. Jets and the Giants play in the same arena. They don't play in Buffalo.
But the governor decides what they're gonna do in that state.
Nah,
So,
it's city.
oh.
Like y'all have fans at the Dallas game, but we didn't have fans here in Houston.
Right.
I'm gonna go with the Bills, man. I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Bill Mafia. You ain't picking on this one either?
I'm just waiting for you to pick, baby.
All right, Dre. I'm gonna add my picks later. I'm gonna let you know. Texans at the Steelers.
Like I already told you earlier, man, we finna bounce back. We ain't going 0-3, so yeah, it's gonna be a good one. This is the battle of the Watt brothers, but I like the Texans to win that one.
Who do y'all play?
Steelers.
The Steelers. Where y'all play?
In Pittsburgh.
Titans at the Vikings.
That's easy. Titans.
At the Vikings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Vikings ain't gonna lose 2 in a row and getting embarrassed. And I don't know the status of AJ Brown, so I got Vikings.
I'm gonna go Titans.
Yeah, I got Titans.
All right, Panthers at the Chargers.
Oh, no Christian? Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah, we all gonna go Chargers. Jets at the Colts.
Colts.
Oh, Colts, yeah.
Yeah, we all gonna go Colts. Lions at the Cardinals.
Cardinals. Oh, y'all come on, man.
Yeah, no. I'm laughing because he's telling us how much we underestimate the Lions every week. And he has yet to pick the team that we underestimate every week.
Well, I'll say this. You know, the Lions. Well, because the Bears are a divisional foe. The Lions have a hard starting schedule, just like the Houston Texans. But I'm going against them again.
That's what we all going Cardinals. The Bucks at the Broncos. The Bucks at the Broncos. Bucks, yeah. Packers at the Saints.
Dude, Michael. That can that be a later pick? Because we got to see if Michael Thomas play.
Packers. I'm going Packers.
I got to see if Michael play, man. That's big. Because without Michael tonight, I saw that offense ain't as explosive.
How? They still put up 24, 27?
25.
Yeah, I would expect 34 or something against the Raiders.
All right. So you want to? Well, see, we ain't gonna do no other show for you to. So, do you want to make a pick and put in a stipulation or something?
Okay, yeah, I could do that. If Michael Thomas doesn't play, Packers. If
he
Thomas
do,
does play,
okay, I'm riding with the Packers. Chiefs at the Ravens. Monday night.
Man.
Chiefs at the what?
At the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh, that's the game of the year. Oh, that's a good one. After seeing both teams, and seeing how the Chiefs played the Chargers, I'm actually go with the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm rolling Ravens too. They got more. I want to say more to play for. You know, when you lose a playoff game like that, you got more to prove. And like Drake said, seeing how the Chiefs handled that defense of the Chargers, you know, I'm going Ravens.
Yeah, and the reason why, man, seeing the Ravens, that secondary they got, I think, like even the Chiefs versus Houston, the Chiefs didn't throw for a lot of yards. They only threw for 200-something yards passing. They ran on us a lot. But with the Ravens, with their secondary, I think they're going to be able to slow down Mahomes and put a little pass rush on them. And on the other end, I think the Ravens going to be able to run on the Chiefs defense. So, yeah, I got the Ravens.
I'm a roll with the Chiefs.
Still good game.
I'm a roll with the Chiefs on this one.
Yeah, this is why you want to pick last. This is exactly why you want to pick last.
No, it has nothing to do with it. I'm rolling with the Chiefs because the Chiefs have shown that they are a team that can beat Baltimore. They've shown that since they got Lamar Jackson. I think the issues that they had with the Chargers, number one, is a division foe. Your division team, teams gonna always play each other tough. And I think that the pass rush of Joey Bosa and Ingram is better than anything that Baltimore has. I believe that you can move the ball on. I believe that they can move the ball on Baltimore. And so Baltimore ain't finna run away from them. And I think that late in that game, Patrick Mahomes is going to be able to put the drive together to ultimately win that game. 49ers at the Giants.
Last place right there.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
49ers, they lucky they got somebody they can beat. Just dealing with the changes that they're going to have to go through this week. But 49ers beat the Giants.
49ers versus the Giants? Did y'all even leave New York?
Nah, they not. They going somewhere
we
like
in
Virginia or something.
Yeah, we in. Dang, you follow my team like that?
Yeah, I pay attention, man.
You watching, you know what I'm saying? You got your own. I see you.
Man, that is the most bogus NFL schedule I've ever seen in my life, man. They start off with these cupcake teams. Man, they trying their best to help y'all. They trying to help y'all, man. They want y'all to be good so bad. Y'all and the Cowboys, they got to make relevant.
Man, stop it.
Man, y'all beat the Giants.
So you would rather us have a tough schedule early and then have the cupcakes late?
What tough y'all ones y'all got late?
I'm asking you. Said, man, they give y'all these cupcakes early. So would you have rather us have to play the tougher teams early and then have all the tough late?
Let's go.
Okay, so you got the Niners, right?
Everybody do.
I got the Niners.
Yeah, I'm a roll. I'm a roll with my boys this week. Even though I got all the injuries and things, it's a toss up type of game, but I think we're gonna put it out. The girls at the Sea Chickens.
Yeah. Oh, Seahawks.
I picked out.
No doubt. Yeah. I was hoping when I watched Seattle this past week that I was gonna see something to give me a chance. Like, hey, they just blew out Atlanta. Atlanta wasn't ready, but the Seahawks one of the best teams in the NFL. Man, the Seahawks gonna win this game. Even though, like I told somebody, no matter what our record would have been, we gonna play the Seahawks tough. We always do because my Cowboys will do this. Anybody that we expected to beat, we act like we prima donnas. But anybody that come in here that they are world beaters, like the Saints when they was 10-1 or whatever they was, and we had to go into New Orleans, we will play well. That's just what we do. Every time we underdogs, we gonna play well. We won't get blown out. But that boy Russell Wilson is just too much. He's just too much for us.
Well, it's funny you say that because last year y'all was getting blown out a lot by the good teams, and it was the bad teams that y'all was beating. I mean, so this notion of when we play good teams, we show up and don't get blown. Yeah, that's gone. You know what I'm saying? That don't hold weight no more.
Well, Jason Garrett gone, so you know we ain't talking like
Oh,
that
he's
no more.
still getting blamed. Okay. Now, do you want to go back Bears at the Falcons? You want to give a pick?
Atlanta, the Bills, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, man.
I'm taking the Bears. I just told y'all we canceling Atlanta, and then both of y'all turn around and pick Atlanta. I don't understand. See, that's what's wrong with us as black. We can't even stick together on football picks. The next one, I'm taking the Rams, and I'm taking the Steelers.
The Rams are playing.
Huh?
Bills, the Bills.
Rams playing the Bills.
You pick the Bills.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. That might do it, man. That's all the picks. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I apologize for all the tomfoolery that went on this episode.
Man, that's crazy. That's
crazy. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to talk to my little cousins and see if we can tighten this thing up. You know, because now they starting to show their highs. You know what I'm talking about? Get a little TV time. They change up on you. This is what they do. So I apologize to y'all again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Come on.
Yeah, and I'll make sure I have all our records. You know what I'm saying? We just picking all these teams and nobody got no records out here. So I'll make sure next week. Yeah, I'll make sure we get all the records for y'all and let y'all know who really picking and who over here just talking.
Oh, Antoine.
Yes, sir.
How's Raheem out?
Most.
Yeah.
He gonna be out a couple weeks. He got a mild MCL sprain.
Okay, well, you know, that means you don't got no running back in fantasy. You know, James Conner's on the trade block if you need one.
I bet he is.
He gave me 100 yards, you know, and he's going against my Texans who gave up back-to-back 100-yard games. So, you know, he's going to have a good week this week. Just saying, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, I think I'll roll with Jared McKinnon. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take over the carrying duties and catching duties for the team. You know what I'm talking about, while Raheem tries to get better. So I'll roll.
I got the draft order before you, huh?
No. And I mean, if you're gonna drop somebody just to go try and pick up a running back, keep him from me. I mean, I got the text. I mean, look, man. You know me. I'd rather roll with 3 wide receivers than 2 running backs anyway. You know what I'm talking about?
At least one.
Huh?
You don't have one. That's the point. You need 1 running back at least.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I'll pick one up. You know what I'm saying? But I still beat you. And my quarterback got hurt after the first half. My starting running back was hurt after the first half. You know, Raheem and Jimmy only played a half of football. I still beat the brakes off you, man.
No, you didn't beat the brakes out of me. Malcolm Jenkins saved you tonight. Going in tonight,
How he saved me, bro? Like, before tonight, I was up on you a half point.
But I was up by 3 points going into tonight's game. And then Malcolm Jenkins outscored the New Orleans coach. I was hoping Jenkins didn't go off, and he went off and got that sack and all them tackles. And then New Orleans lost. So I didn't get no points from my coach when I thought I was going to get at least 10 going into the game. But Jenkins got, and I lost points because of the New Orleans loss. But, you know, hey, I made some bad picks. You know, I had Conn on the bench. I had Diggs on the bench. You know.
Okay, well, again, it's king shit here, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know how I get down. You know how I get down, man. I ain't winning all the Super Bowls for nothing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this what I do. And then people like you got Diggs and Connor on the bench with 80 points combined. You know what I'm saying? Well, that could have helped you. You know, but you messed it up. So, I mean, I'm sorry. You got to see me again, you know, in the playoffs or something. And maybe you'll have your act together by then. But until then, you know, salute the king, you know what I'm talking about. Good game. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see how you pan out, man. But you better get your act together. Have people run away from you now.
All right, shit, man.
All right, man. Holla at y'all, man. Tell your friends about me.
Who's the man and who's the G? L to the L to the L to the L to the K to